If you're interested in the idea of creating a classical recording, whether that's a film or just audio, but aren't quite sure what to expect or where to start, then you're in the right place.
I'm Mark, and he's Will, and between us we have over 15 years of experience working in the classical music industry, recording, filming, and working with musicians.
On this channel, we demystify classical recording, unpacking different goals, methods, and considerations to help you get a better understanding of what it takes to capture classical music, both in terms of filming and audio recording, and why it's worth doing. If you're interested in further deep dives, then get subscribed to see our future videos.
The first place to start is to work out what you want to create. Are you looking to make an audio-only recording, to release as a CD, digital download, or just share online as a promotional tool? Or are you looking to produce a video, whether that's a live recording of a full concert, a filmed version of a single piece, or producing promotional clips to share online? In this video, we'll be doing a broad overview of some of the options and what to look out for when deciding what to do.
Much like pop music videos, we've all seen depictions of pop and rock recording sessions in movies or on TV, but classical recording sessions tend not to be shown so often on the big screen. That means we generally have a less clear concept of how they work.
Unlike pop or rock recordings that are almost always made in a purpose-built studio, classical recordings are often made in the kind of venue you'd regularly perform in.
That's not to say that studios aren't an option. Some of the big studios like Abbey Road or Air Lyndhurst make fabulous classical recordings. But, as we said, it's more common in classical recordings to go to a performance venue and expect your recording company to bring all their equipment there.
This is why a live recording can be a fantastic option. You've already got the venue booked, so the only thing you need to think about is making sure the booking allows for the team to set up and pack down their equipment.
A recording session enables you to do more detailed work, and will generally produce a finished recording that is as close as possible to your ideal artistic intentions. A recording session will be guided by the audio producer, an expert who will be listening to everything you perform and asking you to redo sections if they don't think you've yet captured a version that matches your aims. Doing these multiple recordings of the same piece is what people mean when they refer to doing takes of a piece.
The team will then be able to do quite a lot of editing in post-production to stitch together the best performance of a piece from each of your recorded takes, meaning there's much more scope to nail all the details.
We'll go into more details about the different audio production options and how to find the setup that will work best for your project in future videos.
We all know how pop uses music videos very effectively, and although classical music requires a different approach, they can be just as effective.
While it is perfectly possible to create a pop music style video for a classical piece with a stylized story and a detailed script, etc., it's more likely you'll be thinking about presenting the viewer with a film that captures a performance.
Filming live performances is how the majority of classical music videos tend to be captured, and it's a great way to easily create a film. It's much more straightforward to make sure both audio and video are in sync, and there is usually that added dynamic quality of a live performance, which is very special to capture.
However, session-based filming is something which has become more of an option and is a particularly good way to film a specific piece, or pieces, to the highest quality. It allows for much more control over the environment for lighting and camera placement, and allows for multiple takes to be edited together to capture the best audio and visual performance possible.
The size of the team required can vary greatly. A lot of people assume that you need a room full of directors, producers, and live vision mixers, but that's not necessarily the case. You can get excellent results with a small team, depending on the type of production that will work best for you.
In the same way an audio producer looks after the sound, a video director will help guide you to create a finished film. In future videos, we'll go into more detail about the different setups used for filming.
Of course, audio is key to any good film. Your filming team will need to work closely with the audio team to make sure the best results are captured.
For post-production, let's start with audio. A session recording will involve much more post-production than a live recording. Lots of people think that because the entire ensemble is recorded together in classical recordings, it isn't possible to edit. Happily, that's not the case. With the right tools and the right experts, it absolutely is possible to cut together different takes and make it sound like one seamless performance.
Different types of video production will require varying amounts of post-production. This includes syncing, cutting between camera angles, editing different takes together, colour grading, adding graphics, and rendering out your finished film.
Obviously, the quantity and complexity of the post-production directly affects your budget. Thinking about goals for your final product alongside budget is a good way to establish with your audio and video team how you approach the recording. We'll go into more depth about this in future videos.
So there you have it, a brief overview of recording and filming classical music. There really isn't a one-size-fits-all option, but there are a variety of ways of working, which means you can definitely find one that fits your needs, be that sticking to a tight budget, making something that will be a great advert for you, or producing the highest quality piece of art possible.
If you'd like to see more in-depth videos about the world of classical recording, be sure to subscribe and leave a comment about what you'd like to see on the channel. Until next time, happy recording.